My wife cheated with my best friend, so I let them have each other. 2 streets over, hidden behind a moving van, was my best friend's car. I was not supposed to be home. Neither was he. Part 1, The Discovery. My name is Daniel, and for 11 years I believed I had the perfect life. A wife I loved, a best friend I trusted since college, and a marriage I thought was unbreakable. I was wrong about all 3. It started with something small. A missing earring in my truck. My wife Rachel said she must have dropped it while we were driving to dinner weeks earlier. I believed her because why wouldn't I? We had been married for 8 years, together for 11. Trust was not something I questioned. Then came the late nights. Rachel started picking up extra shifts at the hospital where she worked as a nurse. My best friend Marcus, who I had known since freshman year of college, started canceling our weekly poker nights. I told myself people get busy. Life happens. I never once connected the dots. The truth came out on a Tuesday night in March. I was supposed to be out of town for a work conference, but it got cancelled last minute. I came home early to surprise Rachel with dinner. Instead, I found Marcus's car parked 2 streets over, hidden behind a moving van like he had done this before. I walked into my own house and heard them upstairs. I stood at the bottom of the staircase for what felt like an hour but was probably only 30 seconds. Then I walked back out, got in my car, and drove until I ran out of gas 3 hours later in a town I had never heard of. Part 2, The Silence. I did not confront them that night. I did not confront them the next day either. Instead, I did something that surprised even me. I started paying attention. I installed a small recorder in my truck, the same one Rachel had used to meet Marcus more than once. I checked bank statements. I found a second phone bill hidden in a drawer under old tax documents. The pattern had been going on for 4 months. 4 months of lies wrapped in ordinary conversations about grocery lists and weekend plans. 4 months of Marcus sitting across from me at barbecues, looking me in the eye, asking about my job, while sleeping with my wife behind my back. I remember sitting in my car outside my own house one evening, watching Rachel water the flowers she had planted the spring we got married. She looked so normal. So unbothered. That was the moment something inside me went quiet and cold instead of loud and angry. I decided I was not going to scream. I was not going to break anything or throw punches at my former best friend. I was going to do something they would never see coming. I was going to let them have exactly what they wanted, on my terms, not theirs. Part 3, The Plan. I spent the next 3 weeks building my exit with the same care Rachel and Marcus had used to hide their affair. I met with a lawyer named Patricia who specialized in divorce cases involving infidelity. I learned that in our state, evidence of an affair could affect asset division if I played it right. I quietly moved half of our joint savings into a separate account, all legal, all documented, all done before I said a single word to Rachel. I gathered the recordings, the phone bills, the hotel receipts I found tucked into Marcus's old jacket that he had left at our house months earlier and never bothered to reclaim. I also did something Rachel never expected. I called Marcus's fiancée, Jennifer. They had been engaged for 8 months, planning a wedding for the fall. Jennifer had no idea her future husband had been spending his evenings with my wife. I did not yell at her or demand anything. I simply told her the truth and let her decide what to do with it. 2 days later, Jennifer left Marcus. She packed her things while he was at work and was gone before he got home. He called me 11 times that night. I did not answer a single call. Part 4, The confrontation. I finally sat Rachel down on a Sunday morning. I made coffee, the same way I always did, and I placed the folder of evidence on the kitchen table between us. I did not raise my voice. I did not cry. I simply asked her how long it had been going on. She tried to lie at first, said it was a mistake, said it only happened once. Then I opened the folder and showed her the recordings, the hotel dates, the messages Marcus had accidentally left open on a shared laptop we used for bills. Her face changed from confusion to panic to something that almost looked like relief, like she had been carrying the weight of hiding it for months and was glad it was finally over. I told her I already knew everything. I told her Jennifer already knew everything. I told her the accounts were already separated and the lawyer already had what she needed. Rachel asked me why I did not confront her the moment I found out. I told her the truth. I said I needed to make sure that when I walked away clean, with nothing left for her or Marcus to twist into their favor. She asked if there was any way to fix this. I looked at her and said the only thing I had left to say. I told her she and Marcus deserved each other, and now they could have each other without me standing in the way. Part 5, The Aftermath. The divorce was finalized 4 months later. Because of the evidence I had gathered, I kept the house, the majority of our savings, and my peace of mind. Rachel moved in with Marcus almost immediately after our separation was finalized, as if the 4 months of secrecy could finally become something public. I heard through mutual friends that things between them fell apart within a year. Without the thrill of sneaking around, without the risk of getting caught, whatever they had turned out to be built on nothing solid. Marcus lost his job after his boss found out about the affair through a mutual connection at work. Rachel eventually moved to another state, and I have not spoken to her since the day the divorce was finalized. As for me, I rebuilt slowly. I sold the house a year later because it held too many memories of a life that was never as real as I believed it to be. I started running again, something I had given up years earlier. I reconnected with old friends I had drifted from during my marriage, people who had nothing to do with Rachel or Marcus. People ask me if I regret staying calm instead of confronting them the night I found out. I tell them the truth. If I had screamed and broken things that night, Rachel and Marcus would have had a story to tell about my anger instead of their betrayal. Instead, I let the truth speak for itself, and I made sure that when everything came out, there was nothing left for either of them to hide behind. Sometimes the strongest response to betrayal is not rage. It is patience, planning, and walking away with your dignity fully intact while the people who wronged you are left to face what they built without you there to clean it up.